99X, it's Barnes and Leslie. We're discussing a very taboo subject to some, and it's Nickelback. I don't know why.
You saw it. I have not watched it yet, but Hate to Love Nickelback, which is on Netflix.
And we've opened the question up to callers. The first guy was a fan, 470-741-4999. And then at the end of this segment, I want to do a little experiment. And the experiment will pay off audibly. That's a tease. So hold on for that. Let's see what's going on with these people. Love to hate them. I don't know where these people stand because you're calling in randomly. Morning X, who is this?
Hey, this is Kristen.
All right, Kristen, you know the topic. It's Nickelback. Where do you fall on it?
I can't stand them.
Uh-oh.
And I feel bad. I feel bad because I'm sure they're nice guys, and I don't know, how they got such a bad rap. But for me, it's his voice. I can't stand his voice.
Fair enough. I mean, you're answering our question.
Yeah.
Did you watch the documentary?
No, I didn't, and I probably should. And maybe it'd change my opinion, but I don't know. I can't stand his voice, and just it's like Southern rock to me, and I don't like Southern rock either.
Well, I agree with you, and I will say that watching it, and I was neutral. I didn't love them, but I didn't hate them. And
right.
The watching this, A, made me like them more, and B, made me really like Chad.
Yeah, I need to watch it.
Huh. Yeah, I do too. Maybe I should give it a shot.
At least give it a shot. I mean, just to see what you would think. I'm just saying that's what happened when I watched it. I just stumbled upon it. I hadn't planned on watching it. It came up, and I was like, oh, I didn't know they had a documentary. And wow, it's called Love to Hate Nickelback. I'll watch that.
I didn't know they had it either.
So check it out, and maybe you circle back and just to see if it raised you any off of the hate path.
I mean, there's a difference between not liking someone's music, just not being a fan of the music, and then hating them. That's a big difference.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Do y'all remember, though, before Nirvana was over, the really hardcore Nirvana fans hated that they were being played, so they were directing their hate at us and other radio stations because we put them to the masses.
Yeah.
And then the band, was in a better spot than when they throw the hatred at the band.
That's true.
I did go last year to see them at an arena, and it was bigger than ever for the band.
All right. Thank you very much for sharing your opinion. We appreciate it.
Wow. No problem. Thanks for having me on, guys.
Thank you.
Have a good one. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Yeah, we want people to be honest with us.
Nickelback, love them or hate them?
I'm ambivalent towards them. I will listen to them, but I don't love them.
Okay.
I mean, you're kind of where I was. Did you watch the doc?
I have not watched the doc yet. I need to watch the doc.
Yeah. I mean, it may change you a little bit, like I was telling the girl before. It's just, you learn that a lot more about them, and they are people, too, you find out in this documentary. Surprise.
Absolutely.
Barge, you said you had a really strange feeling after you watched the doc. You didn't know how to feel.
I didn't know how to feel because I wondered why so many people turn their hatred. But then to your point, I look at why are there so many sold out arenas? Where are there a lot of closet Nickelback fans?
I think it's that a lot of people, because they have been told by the internet to hate Nickelback, that they don't want to admit that they like the band. And they'll go buy the tickets and they'll go see the shows for the nostalgia factor, because that's such a big part of what today's listening audience is for bands like Nickelback. But they don't want to admit it to their friends. They don't want to say, yeah, man, I'm a Nickelback fan, Chad Kroeger.
That is such a great point.
It is. I think you're right. But you see these people, and every single one of them in the audience is singing the song word for word.
Oh, heck yeah. I mean, I know plenty of their songs all the way through.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
You too, sir.
But Barnes, I mean, think about what he's saying. If you're told on the internet it's not cool to like a certain band.
And some people like to be a follower.
Yeah. Hey, Morning X, who's this?
This is Derek.
Hey, Derek, we're talking about Nickelback. Are you a fan? Do you like their music or not?
I'm not a big fan, no. I mean, here's the thing. And so I don't hate Nickelback, okay? So, if somebody comes along saying, I like Nickelback, I'm not going to, persecute them for liking Nickelback.
Right.
I've noticed that in recent times, they get a lot more hate on the internet now. It's cool to hate them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
cool to hate them.
I think that it's cool to hate them. And so maybe tone it down a little, but once they start not getting the hate, I'm still going to feel the same way about them. Like, I'm just not a big fan. I feel like they pretty much cater to a certain algorithm.
Yeah, that's called a strip club, right?
And so they cater to that algorithm. They kind of figured out, hey, what notes and what lyrics in this particular part of the song.
You just hit it on the head. You said the words that I think matter. They figured it out. They figured, and I mentioned that in the first segment. They figured out the game. They're exploiting it to their gain, and I don't have a problem with that.
Right.
It's not their fault.
Right.
I wonder if you could, at this point, for some people, Barnes, call them a guilty pleasure.
Oh, totally.
Because if you're singing How You Remind Me and you know every word of the song, but you don't want to admit that you like the song, it happens a lot with a lot of artists.
Well, there's 20,000 people a night singing every one of their songs back to them in some arena, so they're out there.
Right.
Yeah. All right, man. Hey, thank you very much for chiming in. We appreciate it.
Okay, thank you very much for having me. Thank you.
Have a great day. Bye-bye.
I think this documentary has reminded people of them as well.
A little pun
and that's
there.
why the streaming is going up.
It's how it reminded them. Okay, Morning X, good morning. Who is this?
Thomas.
Hey, Thomas, where do you fall on this Nickelback problem?
I don't see that they ever did anything that would have made us stop liking their music. A repetitive commercial on MTV that lasted 3 years. It just shows, like in all forms of advertising, if you repeat something often enough, people will believe it's true, and that's what it appears to. That appears to be what happened.
Something about their presentation made every radio station gravitate to it, made every person at that time gravitate to it. But if you look now, the only thing different is the people chirping the hate. And I'm not defending Nickelback or applauding them. I'm just saying what it looks like to me is people, they need something to be angry at, and so they chose Nickelback.
Well, hey, the more successful you are, the more people will dislike you. So, there's a great risk at being popular.
It is. It's such a weird, contradictory vibe in your brain. You think the more popular, you get, everyone loves you, and then it goes the opposite direction. It's like a tidal wave.
But the same thing happened to Coldplay, because
Yes.
Coldplay were this cool little, UK band, and then they became massive, and then everybody wanted to hate them.
I don't fault any band for having massive success, whether I like them or not. I think from a business POV, congratulations to you. Bravo. Good job. And Nickelback has figured it out. All right, man. Hey, thank you very much.
Thanks so much.
Hey, have a great day.
You as well. Bye-bye.
I appreciate it. Bye-bye.
So I don't even know where we stand after all that. We're right back in the same position.
I'm glad people were honest with us, though, because I think people fall on both sides. I just don't know where the hatred comes in. I mean, not a fan of a lot of bands, but I don't think I could say I hate any band.
Here's the experiment.
Okay.
Right now, and for the next, call it 10 minutes, I want you to text, and all you're going to text is one of two words: love or hate. That's all you're going to text, okay? 470-741-9999. This isn't a contest. It's a poll. So you will know after the next commercial break, when we come out of the commercial break, I will either play a Nickelback song or I won't.
Based on the texts.
Based on these texts. If more love comes in, I'm going to throw a Nickelback song down.
So the 99X listeners and fans, you are driving this.
Yes, you're controlling it right now. If more hate comes in, we're just going to continue like it never happened, that last conversation.
It's pretty powerful, Barnes.
But I don't know. We'll see if the people speak. Either you love Nickelback or you hate Nickelback. Text it to me, 470-741-9999.
Wow.
Simply text love or text hate, and then listen in a few minutes, and you'll see what the congregation has said.